Terraria's wide selection of pets has only grown larger throughout the years, with a series of crossovers and mini-updates expansively increasing the variety of followers you can have by your side throughout the game. And now, with over 60 pets in the latest version, 1.4.4, I figured we should take a look at some of the rarest and most obscure options that you may not know about. Before we do jump into it though, if you enjoy these obscure item review videos, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, as it really helps out. Right then, let's start off today's picks. First up, we actually have a pet that, unlike most post-release item adjustments, actually became rarer in 1.4.4, the monster meat. Added as part of the Don't Starve Together crossover update, very simply, the monster meat is just an extremely rare drop from a handful of corruption and crimson enemies, like crazy rare, having at its base a 0.07% or 1 in 1,500 chance of dropping from those enemies. Now, when you think about this compared to the 1 in 400 of the Rod of Discord, another extremely rare item, it quickly becomes apparent just how time-consuming this thing can be. You see, even with a battle potion and water candle yielding you quite a frequent rate of corruption and crimson enemies, which in theory should make it easier than the Rod, that drop rate is going to be cruel. And since this change, I honest to God haven't been able to get one to drop in a normal world. And even by building a fully optimized farm using my banner setup, I couldn't get one to drop in half an hour of straight farming. Rough stuff. Luckily though, with it being part of the crossover, like many other Don't Starve items, it does come with a increased drop rate on the constant seed, of a still painful but more generous 1 in 500, which, while still more than the Rod of Discord, by copying the previously used farm, you should be able to get one at reasonable speed. But you know, even with this, I'd guess only a small minority of Terrarians have actually obtained one organically. Oh, and if you are actually blessed with a drop, the pet in question is this cute little pigman from Don't Starve. Right, next up we actually have another crossover pet, this time coming from the wonderful world of Stardew Valley, the Star Drop. This is honestly one of those items that, without the wiki, I'm positive 99% of us would have absolutely no clue, with it first requiring you to purposely fish up junk while fishing. Now, what makes this so obscure is the fact it's quite easy to bypass the requirements for junk to appear, with you needing a fishing power below 50 and a tiny source of water to fish in. Also, once you have matched those requirements, it's not even guaranteed, with the item we're looking for, called the JoJo Cola, having a 1 in 8 chance of being fished up instead of junk. Either way though, with this goal in mind, it shouldn't be too hard to obtain, next requiring you to head to your dried with said colour in hand, and selecting the new Purify option from her dialog box. This will then play an awesome little animation which shows the world of Stardew Valley breaching Terraria, and a few seconds later, a Junimo will appear and present you with the fabled Star Drop. And yeah, the pet in question is of course your very own Junimo from Stardew Valley. And finally for today, we have a pet I was debating covering for a while, but never really did, just a regular old carrot. Now, for those of you who don't know, what makes this pet so special is, it's technically the only still existing DLC content in all of Terraria, with it being given to players who have purchased the Collector's Edition, which to be honest, nowadays is very rare to come by, with it only being available as a physical copy, I think. And I'm not even too sure if they're still making new ones. Anyway, with this in mind however, I'm going to mention that like most things, there is a way around it, which, as mentioned on the official Terraria wiki, so please don't sue me, can be cheated in by editing your registry. And although this does sound scary, it's actually dead easy, and this requires you to create a new string value called bunny with the value of 1. When this is done, all new characters will spawn with the carrot pet summon in your inventory, which when used will summon a generic Terraria bunny pet which matches the colour of your character's shirt. Quite a neat feature. Also, for those of you wondering, it can be researched on Journey mode. So there we are, some strange Terraria pets you may not know about. As always, let me know down below which ones you recognised, or if you knew all of them already. This has been sockrteez, and I'll see you in the next one.